Alright, so Ensoul Artifact, new cards here. Two, Case of the Filched Falcon. I wasn't 100% sure whether or not I should even include this card, because it did seem a little bit too slow for Pioneer. But it gives you a little bit of redundancy, like now we have 4 Ensoul Artifact, 3 Zoetic Glyph, and 2 of the cases. And then the other new card we're trying out here, which I think this card is insane, is Gleaming Geardrake. 2 mana, 1/1 flyer, ETB, investigate. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact, put a counter on it. Notably, that triggers off of Epicure and Siren tokens, because these both sacrifice. Triggers off of the Investigate clue itself, triggers off of Torch the Tower, and also triggers off of Shrapnel Blast. So you have plenty of ways to pump up this Geardrake. I would not be surprised if this was frequently a 2 mana 4/4 flyer. Just a ridiculous card in this deck. Love to see how it plays out. And then a couple of Case of the Crimson Pulse for, the grindy matchups post board. Gonna try to grind out against Rakdos or things like that. Just if you can solve it, which this deck goes Hellbrent pretty quickly because your curve is so low. Once you solve it, you get to draw an additional 2 cards every single turn. So, big fan of a lot of these cards, and very excited to see how Gleaming Geardrake plays out. Drake. Yeah, you can Ensoul the Drake too. You can also Ensoul the token it gets. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in that regard, which is nice. All right, we keep these. We do in fact keep these hands. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to kill too. I don't hate it. This could be a Rakdos Sacrifice gamer. Notoriously not a great matchup for Ensoul Artifact. It's a 3/2 unblockable. Right, so it's a 3/2 unblockable that if they kill, you can just do it again. You can keep doing that over and over again. So it's like, it's insane going long. Yeah, it has Ward 2 too, so they have to spend an extra 2 mana to kill it. So it's always going to trade up. Well, it's going to trade even on mana at least every time. It took Stub. Kind of a weird take. Alright, it is Sacrifice. Combat. Okay, I have been successfully Fatal Pushed. I play Geardrake. It's kind of the unfortunate part. So here's the other issue with Geardrake, right? You guys see this big issue, right? Where I would love to play Darksteel Citadel on turn 2 to be able to go land 3 and Soul the Citadel attack, but I can't do that if I want to play Geardrake on 2. So that's maybe another big strike against Geardrake. It's kind of the first time that this has happened, but it is a bit awkward. If you cloak an Asmo, could you flip it for 0? I don't actually know. I have no idea. I do not know the answer to that. Let's map here. I'm gonna make a big ass Geardrake. I guess I shouldn't have done it this way, huh? I was thinking that I was gonna pop the blood token to pump the Geardrake again, but I'm just not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Wait, I get an idea. What if we played Gleaming Geardrake with Mayhem Devil? So every time you go through a cat oven loop, you get the trigger Gleaming Geardrake. Thoughts? Grixis Sacrifice? Did you think of that one? I don't know if it's good, but Fable is fine. Tell me when you figure out the mana base. I'll get right on that. This is weird. Hold on a second. I don't know what to do this turn. They're at 12. Is there any chance the play is Glyph on Geardrake? Hit for 7? What's up, Gizmos? Gizmos coming in with the Prime. Thank you very much for the 8-month resub. That's probably just loose. Glyph up. I think I Inti. Well, the problem with Inti is I don't want to discard either of these cards, right? The whole point of playing Inti is I want to torch the Goblin token, but if I'm doing that, there's no way I'm discarding Glyph, right? Not doing that. I guess I could go like Inti, Blood Away the Glyph, trigger Inti, go from there. That doesn't seem great either. Well, no, I could just Glyph either of these, right? If they kill it, then whatever. I still get the Glyph trigger. I think I'm just gonna Glyph. I'm just gonna Glyph the Blood token. I thought about Glyph Dragon. It's a little bit, I don't know. It's like what if I Glyph Dragon, they take 7, go to 5, then Fatal Push this, and I get a Glyph trigger. Maybe that's fine. Because now they're just gonna chump block my token. But then, like, we get the 2/2, we get a removal spell out of them, we get the trigger off of this. It's not the end of the world. I'll even send everything. I don't care if they block here. Block my Epicure, see if I care. May I suggest a reasonable alternative to Drake, Magda? Is Magda reasonable? Magda's very fragile. What makes Magda good? If I was playing that card, I'd want to also play the Drake. Because sacrificing, like, Magda making treasures to sacrifice for Drake seems pretty powerful. But I don't think I'd want to play one without the other. Yeah, those cards sound like they work pretty well together. But playing one without the other is kind of weird. But then we just come back to the same problem that we've been having the entire time, which is just too many 2-drops. I don't know if they're dead. I assume no. If they just go Devil Cat, then no, they're not dead. I don't like that. Wait, they discarded 2 Devils? Why did they discard 2 Devils? Because they just didn't have cap. Playing against a lot of slow opponents today. I'm going to sit back in my chair a little bit, chat. I'm just chilling. We're being chilling today. Bing chillin'. Fatal Push. That resolves. 6. They're not dead. Oh no, they are dead. Edge. Am I going to NRG Chicago this weekend? No, but I'll be commentating on Sunday. My flight for Chicago does not leave until next Thursday. Got him. Got him. All right, let's go against Rakdos Sacrifice. Kind of feels like a matchup I probably need these cases. Hearse could be okay. Removal could be Gucci. I have to cut 5. I think I'm cutting the cases. I don't love Inti in this matchup. Is that weird? Stub is kind of shit too, actually. Got 1 Inti. I'll go with this. So yeah, plan for next week is this weekend I'm going to an RCQ on Saturday, and then I'm doing commentary for the NRG on Sunday. So I'm probably gonna take another weekend off streaming, and then the weekend after is gonna be Chicago. I'm leaving for Chicago Thursday night, so I might try to squeeze in like a really early Thursday stream the day before Chicago, because my flight doesn't leave till 4 p.m. So I should have plenty of time to do like an early stream. Who's going to Chicago, by the way, chap? Who of my lovely chatters will I see in Chicago? It's going to be a good time. I'm excited for it. Oh. I like how I asked that question while there was an ad break in progress. Any Peepo ad enjoyers? Peepo ads? Peepo ads, Peepo ads, Peepo ads. Should not have played this land, but whatever, it's fine. Should have played this. Be in Chicago for the PT, nice. Yeah, dude, you know what's funny about that Ride or Die? I didn't even know that there was a storm. The only reason that I found out about the storm was because I scheduled an appointment for an oil change tomorrow, and what happened was they called me, and they're like, yeah, by the way, we're rescheduling everybody's appointments. So that's how I found out. The garage called me and had to reschedule. Otherwise, I had no idea. -1 oil change. Yeah, I know, right? Imagine if I just didn't know about it, and I woke up and just looked outside my window, just entirely encased in snow. What the fuck? I would have had no idea. Yeah, a little Pepe La. L, in fact, no sabe. All right, Case, do some work. Do some work, Case. Discard the X. You know, it's really hard to turn this Case on when you have 6 lands. It's pretty tough, pretty difficult. I'm going to be playing in the standard 75k, and I'm going to be playing Boros Convoke most likely. We'll be doing some testing over the course of this week and next week for standard. No, I got plenty of eggs. I'm good. Drake. Any Drakes? Any Drakes? I hope I don't have 2 removal spells in hand. Not a Grill fan. In standard? No, I hate that deck. If you're referring to the Picnic Ruiner deck, I don't like that deck. I mean, I guess I kind of want to use the Shrapnel Blast, right? Just to get my hand empty. Sure, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else I'm doing with it. Kind of wish they had made me discard a card, because I'd be closer to flipping this. I'm just gonna lose to these cats. The cat beatdowns, dog, they're real. Stop drawing lands! Deck, please. Okay. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I need to hit a spell off of this so I can have a 2/2 blocker. This is kind of the issue with this card, is if you just draw too many lands, it doesn't do anything. Ruiner's probably okay against blue-white, or red-white. Yeah, that's true, because, like, their plan is to chump block, and your deck is good against chump blockers. I will agree with that. It is probably good against Boros. You have, like, audacities and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, that's actually a good one, because that way I can loot away one of these extra lands. So, I guess if I expected a lot of people to play Boros, then maybe red-green is not a bad meta call. I'm going to bring all my standard cards. Like I said, we'll figure out over the next, like, week or two before Chicago what we're going to play. If the tournament was tomorrow, I would definitely play Boros, but I could be maybe talked into something else if we find something that's good against Boros. Okay, I have to do this now, because otherwise they can sack use that. Sucks if they have Deadly Dispute, but whatever. Gotta do it now. Do I walk alone? I would recommend not walking alone, especially at night. It's not a great idea. Yeah, treatment is good. Especially if you're going for, like, the... They're making me discard. I like that. You do kind of need that type of effect, though. If you're going to go for, like, the big, Picnic Ruiner Audacity kill, you need to have more stuff to... You need to have protection spells. Alright, the question is, will this case be relevant before I'm dead? And also, will our opponent time out? Alright, case flipped. I don't know if it's good enough, but case flipped. Case successfully flipped. Turn 6, by the way. No, I never wear sunglasses. Well, I just don't have prescription sunglasses. Need to get some. Yeah, Copter's not bad. Helps a little bit. We don't have any shatters for the ovens. I have 2 more torches that I can find for the cats, but I don't know how likely that is to happen. Okay. That's what they hit off the witness. Okay. They hit Mountain Swamp. I block. I'm gonna block. I block. I block. Alright, Case. Save me, Case. Save me. I used to have the transition lenses. Main phase, bring back cat. Alright, give me 2 torches. 2 torches, baby. 2 torches. 2 torches. How about no torches? 15. So I think my plan is Glyph the Copter. Or, excuse me, Glyph the Copter. I could also Siren onto it. Does the extra point of damage matter that much? 6, they go to 9. 5, 10. I guess it does matter if I find Shrapnel Blast. Yeah, so it would matter if I find Blast. The extra point of damage here. Torch the tower. Well, a little late to the party there, buddy. I don't think that card is good now, though. It was good exactly this turn. Now it's not relevant. So I'll graveyard that. Baby loot. I mean, maybe that does something. Okay. 18, take 6, go to 12. It's getting dicey, chat. It's getting a little dicey. Not dead yet, though. Those roll people glasses? What, the transitions? No, they're nice. I had those like 7 or 8 years ago. They were really good when I had them. I should look into them, buying them again. Don't you lose the Ensoul anyways? No, you don't have to discard with this. It doesn't make you discard your hand like other types of that effect does. Okay. I'm at 3. Yep. So if we find a removal spell for this, we have lethal. It's been a hell of a game. Fuck! God damn it. I have no cards in hand. So I can't attack this turn with anything but the Copter, right? Yeah, I mean, I could Glyph the Citadel, but I still can't attack with it. Because then I'm just dead on board, right? They take 11, go to 2. Attack with both, I block 1, go to 1, sack, kill me. So I think we just start by attacking with Copter. Could we live a turn? Yeah, I mean, if they draw a land, we can live a turn. I guess the Ensoul is slightly more relevant than the Glyph. I don't think I want both. Yeah. So we discard Glyph, and then I go Otawara and Ensoul on defense, pass. It's not a May. Oh, right. You have to discard your hand on upkeep. Oh, I forgot this discarded your hand on upkeep. Never mind. So it didn't even matter. Yeah, it didn't even matter. It didn't matter at all. Even if they didn't have duress, would not have mattered. God, this fucking game, dude. This game has been crazy. No, that's good. They're not dead, though, are they? I don't think they're dead. Yeah, they're definitely not dead. Because I go end step tokens. They block here, take... Oh, well now they're dead. If they had popped a food, they wouldn't have been dead. Now they're definitely dead, though. Right? Because they can only get to 8. And they go block here, take 6, 7, 8. So I think you're just dead regardless. They needed to be able to hold up a food this turn. Did not think I was going to win this game. I'm going to keep. Question is, do we go for it on turn 2? That's up for you to decide, chat. The blue and white ones are pretty good. The rares? Lotus Field, definitely going for it on turn 2. Upstairs, folks. 6. Is it a turn 3 kill? 5, 6. I think we're a little short, right? I only count 12. I'm not gonna Inti this turn, am I? I'm gonna go to combat. So why didn't want Inti this turn? I know I don't get the land off Beseju. Maybe the land was more important, actually. Because I had the artifact to sack to it anyways with Epicure. I don't know about that. Could have just let that happen. I've seen Convoke List and Standard on either Evangelist or World Leader's Call. I think Call's better. But I've also kind of the opinion that I currently have too many 3-drops in my deck. So with 22 lands, I was playing 4 Call and 4 Emodane's Recruiter, and I think that's too much. If you're playing 22 lands, I'm pretty sure the only that you want to play 6 3-drops. And Recruiter is by far the best one. We can all agree on that. So I think my preferred split is 22 land, 4 Recruiter, 2 Call. But no Sanguines. Call is better than Sanguine, I think. Okay, so we should Inti first. Go to attacks. Discard Geardrake. Discarding Geardrake so I can still cast a Shrapnel Blast if I hit it. Well. Chat, we might be in danger. Go. I'm gonna hold up the blood token so I can hit stub on their turn. If that matters. Not sure if a soft stub is even good enough here. The other line that I could have taken was not play Inti, sack blood, try to hit Ensoul, land for turn, Ensoul the Citadel, hit for 7. They're dead to Ensoul or Shrapnel Blast. I only get to choose one of them, and I have 3 of each, so it's kind of just a coin flip. There's really no way to determine which one is more likely to happen because there's 3 of each. Sure, that's fine. 6 mana. Okay, so I can hit double stub. It's not double stub. Alright, I'm gonna go take a... I'll be right back, chat. Tell me if I'm dead. Dead yet? Chat, did I die? I don't look dead. Oh. Oh, they're dead, right? I think. Pretty sure they're dead. That was cool. What could they have here? I don't know. Chat, what could they have? For 3 mana? They can't Otawara me. Could have some kind of 2 mana bounce spell, I guess. Perilous Voyage. So they sometimes play the Perilous Voyage. I guess I just go to combat and see what happens. Because I don't know if I have a way to play around those cards. Not to my knowledge. Counter here. What you got over there, gangbusters? I think you got nothing. I think they got nothing. I think they're out of gas. This song is good. 3 green mana. Brother. Come on, man. Alright, fine. Fine! Oh my god. I guess I was supposed to Siren first? Forgot about that card. You get a VIP? No. Cloud connected. Definitely not. Shrapnel Blast. I'll keep it. Surely I'm not dead. I guess I can go back down to use the bathroom again, huh? Got plenty of time. Oh, right, if I had Siren first. Yeah, if I had Siren first. So I guess if I'm playing around Archdruid's Charm, I have to Siren onto the Inti, right? Siren onto the Inti. Clear the land. Attack, discard the Citadel. Yeah, I guess. That would have been better. Yeah, that would have worked. I just wasn't thinking about Archdruid's Charm. Oh, well. They bricked anyways, so it's fine. Calculated. See, I knew they were going to brick. I didn't have to. Alright, Pierce in, Torch out, Sphere in. Trim a Glyph. Trim an Inti, I think? I don't want to cut a lot of my 1-drops against them. Maybe the Case. Case kind of slow. I mean, I kind of just want to keep all the 1-mana artifacts. Because you still, like, in order to beat them, you kind of have to have Artifact into Ensoul Artifact, right? So even though Axe doesn't do that much, I still think it's worth keeping just for the Ensoul draws. Did we cut all the glyphs? Maybe I kept in an Inti instead. I might have cut all the glyphs and kept in Inti Case. Could do this maybe. Yeah, I like that better. Keeping in 1 glyph is okay. Because you don't want to go like super low down on the heavy hitters. Yeah. Now this looks good. This makes sense. I'm not familiar with Expose the Culprit. I don't know what that card does. Which one's that? Man, I wanted to play this Pia deck later today. These leagues have been taking forever, though. Is that just Pioneer leagues these days? They just take forever. I wanted to try Pia with Breakout. So it's just like, kind of like, very similar to the old school Pia decks. The list is on Twitter. It's on the box field, too, if you want to check it out. But it's like Swift Spear, Soulscar, Pia, and then you're splashing green for Questing Druid. So you get Questing Druid and Breakout in green. Doesn't have an Ensoul Artifact, but, I mean, it looks okay. Not going to mull a hand that has Damping Sphere Counterspell against Lotus. And what the 5? I like that. I do enjoy that. Into the league in 40 minutes. And in Pioneer? What were you playing, Mastro? Alright, skips their draw step. Balagid Sanctuary Gamer. I play Epicure. We Epicure. Sylvan Scrying. Nice. See, I was hoping to find something to do that's not play Damping Sphere. Because ideally, the way that Damping Sphere works is you typically want them... Write this down, chat. This is very important to keep track of. You want them to play the Lotus Field before you play your Damping Sphere. Because you see, what happens is, they play Lotus Field, it doesn't tap for any colored mana, And then they don't have colored mana to kill your Damping Sphere. That's the idea. That's the joke. Boseiju. One of us is going down. Fucking landlord over here. Alright, go. I'm still holding on to the sphere for that exact reason. Might be a little too greedy, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. Hey, we did it! Woo! They also missed a land drop last turn, so... Easy dubs. Axe. Sphere! It's been a long time coming. This one of us is going... Attack! Battle! They could have a second Boseiju. They have to have a green... They have to draw a green source, though. Because remember, they missed a land drop on turn 3. We're the one that's going down. That's a lot of damage. Our opponent does not want to play anymore. And, you know, if you have that luxury. Surveilled lands in Standard? I don't think so. What decks do you want to play Surveilled lands in Standard in? Like, my issue with that is Standard just doesn't lend itself to wanting tap lands a lot. Alright, you know what? Here's my play against Blue-White. I'm just gonna fucking jam. If they have it, they have it. Here's what I'm doing against Blue-White. I'm gonna put my hand on the table. Alright, fine. Golgari FNM O2 drop? No, Golgari cannot afford tap lands. It's got too many 3s. You cannot have your third land come into play tapped in Golgari. In Standard? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. The nice thing about just always jamming against Blue-White is one of two things will happen. Either A, they'll always have the answer, and you can just go to the next game, or B, they will, you know, go shields down on one turn, and then they'll just die to your thing. So, it's like a win-win situation. That doesn't do what you think it does. Unless they're just cycling it. We can commit the Inti here, right? I don't see why not. I'm into it. I'm going to put a counter on the Spyglass Siren in case they have Wandering Emperor. Yeah, I know they can block with their creature land, but, like, who cares? Because that means they're taking 5 if they're doing that, right? I think I'm pretty happy if they do that. Yeah, they're just going to take 7. So they're at 6. We can go here, here, play Siren. Alright, here we go. Make them have it, folks. They didn't cast a Wrath last turn, although they might have wanted the Deluge this turn instead. Yeah. Are we really in that bad of a spot if they Verdict, though? They're actually probably dead if they Verdict, because we get the Discover off of this, and we have second Glyph for either of these. So we probably just win if they cast Verdict. Yep. I guess we could brick off this. Yeah, that kind of counts as a brick, I think. It's not an ideal hit. So, Glyph the Pickaxe. Oh, well, that's lethal. If they don't have... They could have March. They need to have March plus white card for this. Or Spell Pierce. Well, if they have March, they're going to cast it now. Do they really have March? Oh, they just have Spell Pierce. Alright, so they go to 5. This thing flips. It's not great. It's not great. This game is still winnable, though. Gleaming Geardrake. Why put all creatures against control, man? You are NEM and MTG. I don't really... I'm not sure I understand the question. Don't know if I really understand the question. That sounds like chatting to me. 4 cards in hand. I hate this. Whatever. Show me. Combat. Attack. Yeah, you're just gonna Emperor me. Can't do anything about it. Okay. 6. Your turn. Yep. I know. Trust me, I know, K-Tac. I'm the one that has to play the games, alright? Somebody was asking me earlier, like, why do I concede every time I play against Blue-White? This is the exact reason. Like, these games are not... These games are horrendous to play and to watch. Like, nope. I guarantee you all 349 people in the chat right now are not having a good time. Every single last one of you. Nobody wants to watch this shit. It's so cringe. Alright, I'll draw... I'll draw a card. I'll play Smuggler's Copter. This deck is fucking miserable to play against. Like my song. Hey, blue white, please stop playing this deck. I'm so glad that Pioneer has become an honest format now that there are no more lies. You know, I do agree with that statement. Fucking attack you. Turn my creature sideways. Oh, they just have the stupid land, don't they? Whatever, dude. I'm dead. I wasn't winning anyways. Who cares? Here, I'm gonna save you guys all the trouble. I'm good, alright? This is our rule on the channel. I will not fucking play a single match against that deck. Even though I did play one match earlier and I won, but it's not happening. Like, people don't realize that that deck is horrendous for creating content. You just sit there for 45 minutes, your opponent literally does nothing the entire time, and you can't escape it, you know? Because their deck just doesn't have real win conditions. It's awful. Awful, awful. Would you rather play as blue-white control? I would die before I played blue-white control. Literally. If you see me play a blue-white control deck, like, I'm dead. That's it. We're done. What is basic mountain here? I mean, I'm jamming, right? I didn't come here to not jam. I don't know what basic mountain deck they're playing, but... Looks like it is an Izzet strategy. Let's play this. Play pickaxe. Equip the blood token. I don't know what they could have to kill it for 2 mana. Some kind of bounce spell, maybe? 2 mana. What are we doing? I attack. Like, you know what? I'm sorry, chat. I apologize for people who would like to watch, you know, some blue-white control gameplay, but there are other streams that you can find that stuff in. You're just not going to find that on this stream. Yeah, it could be Brazen Borrower, I guess. Make disappear. Okay. Good chance they have Prismari command to kill this. Which is kind of cringe. So it's got to be creativity, right? Have I been playing Pioneer on paper lately? No, unfortunately, the LGS that I go to, we used to host Pioneer every single week, but for the past, like, ever since the RC, ever since Atlanta, nobody wants to play Pioneer anymore, which sucks. I would rather play Pioneer every week than Modern. Assuming people don't show up with blue-white control, of course. Bad format. It's better than Modern, I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna bring in Piers. I don't think I want anything else. Yeah, I mean, I guess choosing between Modern and Pioneer is just choosing between the lesser of two evils at that point. I mean, you have to realize that Blue-White Control is very likely going to be the highest represented deck at the PT. It's a deck that PT players really enjoy playing, for better or for worse. Am I going for Ensoul on 2? Probably gonna go for Copter on 2. Just play this tapped. Although I don't know, if I go for Copter on 2, they get to resolve. They get to go like counter untap Fable. Just play nothing. Playing nothing feels really bad though. I'll just play Copter, it's fine. Another league of this. I mean, you don't have to watch. You can just go somewhere else. Pia will be after this, don't worry. We're going to try to squeeze in some Pia. I think. This league's almost over, alright? We're going to have to do a really fast league with Pia, though, because I gotta end early today. Because we have to record a podcast tonight. Speaking of which, I want to see if they reached out to me. Yeah, looks like we're starting at the same time as usual. You want to counterspell my Ensoul Artifact, huh? What if I just didn't go for Ensoul Artifact? This is kind of a weird play. Yeah, this is kind of a weird play, but I think I'm going to Siren here. I might even use the map on the Siren. I feel like I can bait them a little bit here. What podcast? The Dive Down. Should be a command for it. Exclamation point dive down. How is this weird? Well, I mean, I was thinking if I wanted to jam, but... Do I just not even crew the Copter? Kind of down to just not crew the Copter. I'm gonna pass. I'm into it. Yeah, semi-permanent special guest. I mean, I'm just a full-time guest at this point, right? If you didn't blow the map. Why would the map matter? What relevance does the map have? I have 2 Citadels for the Ensouls and the Blasts. I don't think the map matters at all, right? I don't want to play into a removal spell. Not this turn, at least. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I think I'm just not gonna go for the Ensoul again. This time I think I will... I'm gonna map here. I'm trying to bait them to using removal. Zoetic Glyph. I guess I keep that. Shitty thing is now they can pay... Like, if they have Prismari Command, they can pay for the stub. Yeah, that's whatever. They don't have a token for creativity, necessarily. They could deduce here. Yeah, that's a bit cringe. Because now they can creativity with 1 mana left up. I think I actually have to counter this. It feels weird, but if I don't counter this, they just go land, creativity, 1 mana untapped, put Atrax into play, and then I can't win if they put Atrax into play. It's a weird play, but I think I have to do it. Probably going to go for Ensoul next turn. Kind of have to. Maybe I just waited too long this game. Yeah, I mean, I could double Shrapnel Blast the Atraxa, but that's... I'm never winning that game if I do that, right? Yeah. I wonder if they thought I wasn't going to stub that. I mean, I have to, you know. Had I known that they had a tap land in hand, then I probably wouldn't have countered their deduce. Either Atraxa or a Torrential Gearhulk. Big Monkey. 2... I'm going to go for Ensoul, because then I can pay for Make Disappear and still attack. Even though they know about the Glyph, I think it's better to do it this way. I could be wrong. Soaring down on me. them taking this extra damage is so massive because it puts them to 10 if they don't kill the Siren here. It's so huge for us. Yeah, now we're vibing. Alright. Fine. Where's the audio coming from? Spotify. The song is coming from my speakers. I assume you're talking about the music, right? I'm not going to go for a blast here. Although, if I was planning on jamming Glyph, maybe I should have gone for a blast. Just to be more mana efficient. No, because then I would have sacked this, right? Yeah, now we just don't counter this. Attack, they block, they go to 9. Maybe that turn sequence was kind of bad. But again, if I end step Shrapnel Blast, sack this, then I don't have an extra artifact in play to be able to glyph. Oh, I just scooped anyways. All right, cool. Jet, you want a 3-1 prediction? Technically a 4-1 prediction. Technically a 4-0 prediction, but all right, Gamba in chat. Even if I was guaranteed to win every single match that I played against Blue-White, if you were going to tell me that it took me 45 minutes every time, I would just concede because it's not worth it. Well, would have to imagine this is a good start against Mono Red, right? Indestructible 5/5 coming in. If you're in the Pro Tour, you can see it as a power move. Yeah, no, dude, you know it'd be funny? If somebody on camera at the Pro Tour was playing Blue-White, they just played a Blue-White mirror. Wait, what the fuck is this? And they just conceded on camera. Just conceded the match, you know? Lose game 1, concede match. Lightning Helix. Oh, they're playing Burn. Okay. Any burners? Any burner accounts? No, we're going to play the Pia deck after this. Looks like this match might not take that long. I attack for 5. Yeah, all the Blue-White players also play insanely slow, that is a true statement. I guess if my plan was to glyph onto the blood token, I should have played Island this turn. Is there any chance that I'm playing Copter and not holding up Stub? There's no chance, right? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just taking 1 damage for no reason. Yeah, I'm not countering that. Sure hope that 1 damage that I took does not come back to bite me. -1 Keck W. I'm at 6. Could have chump block there. Could have been an okay chump block. I stub. I think. Okay. Eidolon I do not care about. That's fine. Eidolon doesn't matter. They have 1 card in hand. So I guess I blood away the Copter. Five, 6, 7, 12. Lethal. Inti. Edge. This way you can glyph and hold up Stub, though. Oh, what, last turn? Well, no, because I was gonna glyph onto the Epicure token, right? That was the plan. I don't think there's ever a world where I'm glyphing onto the Citadel there and not holding up Stub, you know? I guess, assuming that I get to stub something on their turn, maybe it would have been better to do it that way. Also, for what it's worth, I don't know why they cast the Helix main phase. They could have just held up the Helix, because they dealt me 2 damage off of the 2/2 anyways. They probably should have done that. That game could have been a little bit different if they had held up the Helix. There wasn't really a reason for them to cast it, right? I think they forgot that they dealt me 2 damage because they wanted the trigger spectacle. Does this deck scoop to Amalia? Probably, yeah. Can't be a good matchup. I mean, you have some removal, but not enough. This hand looks extremely painful against burn. I don't know if I can keep this. 2 Shocklands, no payoff? Yeah, this hand's just bad. Good mull, good mull, good mull. I mean, it's not a great hand, but it's not awful. Can I just have a hand that doesn't have 2 Shocklands, please? Also, Soulscar is kind of sketchy against indestructible 5/5s. They're just not shocking here. Imagine shocking to play Epicure is worth it, right? Well, maybe it is, because I go 1, 2, 3 onto the token. Yeah. No. Okay, I changed my mind. No, it's not worth it. Because I can glyph onto the Geardrake token. Yeah, that's a good point, Smut. They could have had that, yeah. Okay, upstairs. That's weird. How do I win this game is the question. I think the answer is I don't. I maybe have to go Geardrake this turn, next turn double spell. Yeah, that gets my only way to win. And then maybe Glyph on 4. Is Burn a real deck now? Helix is good. I have a Burn. So not only Helix, but I'm also playing the new 2/1 Prowess Haste guy. I think that card's real. It's like Goblin Guide at home. It's not nearly as good as Goblin Guide for sure, but it has some similar, some similar matchup, the way that it plays out. Using the goddamn dawn. Upstairs. -3. Uh-oh. Yeah, the morph. This thing. Fugitive Codebreaker. It's the one they're playing. Their list is probably very similar to mine. Chanel. I can't even attack, can I? Yeah, I just can't win this game. Imagine being on the draw. Yeah, I like the Codebreaker a lot. I don't know how often you're actually going to flip it up, but just 2 mana 2/1 Prowess Haste is totally fine. That's a perfectly acceptable rate. Surely they have nothing, right? Surely they're attacking for no apparent reason. Guess I was supposed to crew with the Geardrake, so if this happened, I could chump block with this instead of the Geardrake. Might have been a little bit better. At 9? I mean, they did just go -2 cards. I'm very surprised they didn't play either of these. So what do we go like? Glyph on Blood Token, Tapland Pass? I hope that's good enough somehow. I think I have to play defense. If they draw 2 or 3 lands in a row, maybe. But then I guess they just have the Raminap Ruins. Shrapnel the Eidolon? Okay. Okay. Sack this. It's not a great line, but it is definitely a line. Counter here. Alright, at 5. They didn't have a spell there, so they didn't play a land or a spell. They had a land, they would have played it last turn, right? So what did they hit last turn that they didn't want to play? I'm confused. And if they had a burn spell, they would have fired it off already, right? I think I'm still just doing this. What could they have hit? What could they have drawn last turn that they wouldn't have wanted to play? Glorybringer? There's no way. Come on, dog. Ain't no way they have Glorybringer in their deck. Alright, well, I'm gonna put you to 5. You figure it out. I don't know, go. How did we get here, huh? How did we get here? I'm very confused, chat. I am extremely confused. Hold. Boss champ. Boss champ. Boss champ. Kumano. 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 Kumano Potato. -1. I block. I guess losing the Inti means that they have a chump blocker, then they can survive. You know, I don't really know what happened there. I feel like our opponent maybe could have done that a little bit differently, but I mean, we take those, right? We do in fact take those. Lilywick, thank you for the 9-month resub. We are going to name our baby Ensoul. Baby Ensoul. This deck was sweet. Nice little, picked up a nice little 4-1. Cards that I'm not 100% sure on are the cases and the glyphs. I don't want to cut all of the cases and the glyphs, because I do think you need some sort of redundancy on making an artifact into a big thing. But yeah, Geardrake was nice. We definitely talked about a couple of times about there being too many 2-drops. The problem is, I don't want to cut any of these 2-drops. They're all really good, right? I mean, maybe Inti is arguably the weakest one, but Inti is just so good when you're making a giant thing with Ensoul. It goes really good with Copter, really good with Epicure, so I don't know. I could see shaving on glyphs and adding more 1-drops, but I really don't want to cut any of these 2s. And yeah, Geardrake was nice. It performed a lot better than I expected. So if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube. Played Royal Scions. Yeah, I mean, Royal Scions is cool. I just don't know if I want more 3s. I want less 3s, you know?